Have you ever been blamed for something you didn't do? Have you ever sat in the quiet ache of injustice, knowing that someone else's wrong was placed on your shoulders? If so, then perhaps you've caught a glimpse, just a glimpse, of what Jesus must have felt that night he was betrayed, arrested, mocked, beaten, and crucified. He hadn't sinned, not once, not even a little. Yet, he became the sin-bearer, carrying the guilt and shame of every lie, every failure, every betrayal, and every act of rebellion since the beginning of time. As the prophet Isaiah wrote, "The Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all." Isaiah 53:6. It wasn't fair, but he did it anyway, because you and me are worth it. The choice to stay. You see, Jesus had the power to walk away, but he didn't. He could have vanished from sight as he did in Nazareth when a crowd tried to throw him off a cliff, but he didn't. He could have called on 12 legions of angels to rescue him in a moment, but he did not. He stayed true to his purpose. For instance, imagine if he had given up. There would be no hope for you and me, there would be no salvation, no heaven for us. He knew that. And that's why he chose you and me. He stayed, he endured, he suffered, because he knew the cost of walking away meant losing you and me for eternity. So why is it hard for you to choose him? Freedom and worth. These are not just words, they are promises. Promises that he made to you and to me, to be free from the chains that bind us and to know our true worth. In his eyes, we are priceless. God made him who had no sin to be sin for us, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. 2 Corinthians 5:21. Jesus didn't just die for a faceless crowd, he died for you and me. While on the cross, your name and mine were on his heart. Our freedom was his mission. And you're still worth it. Even now, Jesus whispers over you, you're worth it. Not because you've earned it, not because I've earned it, not because our lives are perfect, but because Jesus' love doesn't measure our value by our mistakes. He sees your worth and mine through the lens of the cross. That is why God declared us righteous through Jesus. So if anyone has ever treated you less than what you're worth, if they walked away, if they rejected you, overlooked you, or hurt you, remember this. That was their failure to see. But Jesus saw, and Jesus stayed. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. John 15:13. So, don't penalize yourself. Don't let their blindness steal your joy or rob you of your peace. Jesus saw you and Jesus stayed with you. Don't let their rejection stop you from moving forward. Don't let their absence hold you back from walking boldly into your purpose and success. Freedom from sin. If today you feel trapped under the weight of sin, maybe shame still whispers or regret tries to control you, know this, that power was already broken. Sin only has control over you if you give it permission. But Jesus came to set you and I free, and he gave you and I the authority to walk in truth and light. So if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed. John 8:36. Today, I want you to remember, you don't have to carry what Jesus already carried to the cross. You don't have to fight what he already defeated. You do not have to be troubled over what Jesus already overcame. You are no longer bound. You are beloved. Let this truth settle deep in your soul today. Jesus didn't die because it was fair. He died because you and I are priceless. For the joy set before him, he endured the cross, Hebrews 12, verse 2. And that joy was you, that joy was me, that joy was us. So lift your head high, walk in confidence, know your worth. And never again allow anyone or anything to convince you otherwise. Their rejection does not define your worth, because the victory of the resurrection boldly declares, you and I are known, you and I are loved, you and I are worth it. And that is the joy of the resurrection.